Guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday to everybody. So I am half finished with my makeup here because I'm actually going to show you guys how I got this eye look over on my right eye. And this is the eye makeup look that I am wearing in my Instagram profile picture. And I also happened to use that as one of my thumbnails for a tag video that I did. And I had a couple of requests to do a tutorial for it. The main difference today versus that picture is that I'm not wearing false lashes, so that's going to impact the look a little bit. But for the most part, these are the eyeshadow products that I use to achieve the look. At the very end of the video, I will also show you what I did on the rest of my face. And I also wanted to show you what a huge difference the Anastasia Dip Brow makes. So I didn't finish this eyebrow over here, obviously, so you can see, like, it is a huge difference. So I'm going to also show you guys, if I think it's not going to make it too long, how I utilize the dip brow. Otherwise, if this gets too long, I may just do a separate video for the dip brow another day. Okay, there's only 3 eyeshadows that I use in this tutorial, and now I don't see what I did with the other one. Oh, there it is. So the 3 eyeshadows that I'm using is Wet n Wild Brulee, the Sephora Outrageous Prismachrome in Outrageous Metallic Taupe. Some of you may have this. If not, you can use any like metallic purpley taupe that you have. And then I'm also using a NYX Nude Matte Eyeshadow in the color Bare My Soul. So those are the only 3 colors that I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that I did is I just used like a fluffy brush, and I actually already did this, but I'll put on a little bit more. I just put the brulee all over my eye area here. It helps with blending. That's what I really like to utilize this for. And sometimes it just makes a great, super simple like lid color because it sort of evens everything out for like a no makeup look. So anyway, I love this. So I just kind of put that all over, also underneath, because I am going to add a little bit of eyeshadow to my lower lash line. My eyes are watering a little bit today. I think I'm dealing with some allergy stuff, of course. So let's get this hair out of here. And this is just an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's one of like the dollar ones. And I'm going to take that Outrageous Metallic Taupe on there and start putting it on my lid. I haven't done a tutorial in a very long time, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. I just want you guys to get the general idea of like where I place the products and how I blend them. Obviously use whatever technique you think works best for your eye shape. So I just really kind of pack that on there. I'm going to have to go back a couple times with this because it does get blended out just a tad. And I'll show you how I intensify it when we get kind of towards the end of the video here. Okay, so I just kind of slap it on. Then I take a blending brush and Bare My Soul from NYX. Top off the excess, and I start blending away my crease. This is really like probably the most time consuming part of this is blending this bad boy out, because you really want a nice gradient. I'm big on gradients. I don't like harsh like transitions. And my blending brush is shedding. It's a Sigma brush, in case you're wondering. They suck. I'm hoping that once my like budget for this year, my beauty budget is done with, I'm just going to go and buy some other makeup brushes because these Sigma ones are sucking major butt. Sorry if you like Sigma. Okay. So just kind of keep blending. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go in with the Outrageous Metallic Taupe and put that on my lower lash line. I feel like I'm kind of messy like when I do my eyeshadow, and then I sort of clean up later on. Okay. Now here's the important part. This is not quite a smooth transition here, so I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just a tiny bit of my brulee, and I'm going to start buffing this out a little bit, at least the outer edges of that crease color, because I don't want it to look harsh. I want it to kind of fade up to my eyebrows, well, this non-existent eyebrow over here. And fair warning, my little monkey is watching the Disney Channel in my bedroom. She might pop in here any second. Okay. Ugh, and this eye is driving me crazy. It won't stop watering. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is just take the Outrageous Metallic Taupe again, and I'm going to use my finger to intensify the lid color. Okay. And be sure to wipe away your allergy tears. Oh, this is going to look terrible. I'm not sure today was the best day to do like a smoky eye. Okay, and then just go in one more time with your blending brush. Don't add any more product, and just sort of make sure that everything is nice and blended. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little bit of liner, and I'm using the Kat Von D Autograph Pencil in Immortal Love. I have used this thing all summer long because it has been the only eyeliner that has actually stayed put on my lash line. It doesn't melt. This is phenomenal. I got this with my Ladybird palette, which, by the way, I'm excited to bust out because it's almost fall. And it just works absolutely fantastically. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. But I'm basically just adding like a thin line just along my upper lash line. And by thin, I mean it's actually a little bit thicker along the outer portion of my eye, because I like that little tiny bit of like a cat eye effect. I don't like winged liner on myself, so I don't do it very often. But I get sort of the same effect by just making the outer portion of my eyeliner go up a little further and then have it like thin out as it goes towards my inner corner. Oh, this is awkward to do on camera. Sorry, you're going to totally not be able to see this, but... And I'm not doing like a particularly harsh line, I'm just kind of dotting it on there more than anything. I'm not looking for a harsh line. It just defines my eyes a little bit more. So there you go. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of that fallout. Because there is quite a bit of fallout from this Prismachrome color. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and do my mascara. I'll see how long it took me to record this portion of it, and then I'll either finish my brows and do the dip brow in another video or show you guys how I use the dip brow, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I thought the video was already kind of getting a little bit too long, so I'm going to do a completely separate video for the dip brow. So this is what the final look ended up being. Pretty smoky. Probably a bit much for a Thursday when all I'm doing is cleaning my house and going to a client meeting this evening, but what are you going to do? So anyway, I love metallic taupe eye looks. Like, that's one of my favorite things to wear, especially in the fall. I'm hoping that this fall I can show you guys lots of different combinations, and hopefully you can find a tutorial that contains some of the products that you actually have. I do know that these are now discontinued, but I also know that a lot of you purchased these when they were on sale or on clearance at Sephora. So they are very, very pretty. I'm kind of bummed that Sephora discontinued them, but I'm glad that I was able to get them for $7. So I have quite a few of these, and I think they're absolutely lovely. So hopefully Sephora will come out with something similar again. Let's talk about what's on the rest of my face. So today I used my beloved Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer. I haven't pimped this in a while, so I might as well do it today, right? I love this stuff. I have loved it for a very long time. You guys have heard me talk about it time and time again. It really is my favorite, like, makeup primer. It has an SPF of 20, which is fantastic for every day. It hydrates, it primes, it mattifies, it protects. Like, it's just an absolutely amazing base product, and it's also a really great product to use just on days when you're not even wearing any makeup. I do use the color Light. I just can't say enough good things about it. I purchased mine at Costco. It's $29.99 there. It's, I think, regularly like 50 something on other websites. So if you can find it at your local Costco, I would probably recommend purchasing it there. And I believe at Costco they sell the light and the medium. The medium's definitely too dark for me, and even sometimes I think the light is maybe too dark for me, but it helps to add just a little bit of color to my face, actually, because I'm pretty pale otherwise. So love this. My mineral foundation that I use today is my Everyday Minerals base in Winged Butter. This is the semi-matte formula. I love mineral foundation. Because of my oily skin, it just works better for me. I am not a liquid foundation kind of girl. I never have been, and I never really will be. The one exception that I found is the Hourglass Immaculate Foundation. I love that. I purchased it and ended up returning it because it was like 50 something dollars. I never even used it. Don't worry. I wasn't one of those people that used it knowing I was going to return it. Because I had a bunch of samples of it anyway. And I will be purchasing that next year because it does work really, really great for crazy oily skin. So I do recommend the Hourglass Immaculate if you are a very oily skinned person and you are looking for a liquid foundation. Otherwise, I would say use mineral foundation. For my blush today, I use the Physicians Formula Powder Palette Multicolored Custom Blush in Brunettes. So this is the more like corally one. I did do a little bit of contouring down the sides of my nose and my cheekbones, and I used my beloved... Here comes the baby. Oh, it's not working? Oh, that's an iPod. iPod, yeah. This is my beloved NYX blush in Taupe. I don't know anyone who would use this as a blush. It's a contour powder. It's a very cool toned powder, and it just works perfectly for that little bit of definition. I would never spend more money for another contour powder because this is perfect. It's much cooler toned, which is what I prefer. Bronzers I don't think really work that well for contouring, at least on me. They may work on you, in which case go to town. But I think for the price, this is probably one of the best contour powders that are out there. I did do a little bit of under eye brightening today with my Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller Ball. I haven't used this in a while, but I need to use it up because I've had it for at least a year, so it's time to use this sucker up. So you'll be seeing me use this quite a bit here coming up. I always recommend an eye primer. Before I started any of this eye stuff here, I used a primer. I think they are an absolute necessity. This is the one thing that you should spend money on. Get a good eye primer. This one happens to be the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. I also really like the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Go spend $15, $16, $17 on an eye primer. They last forever. You need the tiniest amount. They make the biggest difference in the vibrancy and the wear of your eyeshadow. If you're not using one, go get one. I did do just a tiny bit of highlighting. This is kind of all out of order, by the way. This is the Benefit What's Up. This was my little like birthday prize from a year or so ago. I really like this as a highlighter, and it's like in this stick form. It's fantastic. I just put it down the bridge of my nose and then on my Cupid's bow. And then my lip color, all I'm wearing today is the Flower Shine On Lip Gloss in Lovely Lotus. Went with a kind of nudie pink for this look. So I like it, and obviously the dip brow. You can see what a difference that makes. So highly, highly recommend the dip brow, and I promise I will try to do a tutorial of some kind on that very soon. If not next week, then hopefully the week after. It's kind of a crazy Labor Day weekend for me. I have several huge floral orders, so that might put me out of commission for doing that next week. However, I promise to do that very soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm not the queen of tutorials, but someone asked for this look, so this is what it was in that picture, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.